Today I wanted to talk about the new football game coming out that not a lot of people actually know about. I'm just hoping for a game that can rival FIFA. That's all that I've ever wanted. We thought eFootball was the one who could do it, but we ended up looking really bad. Drop a like if you want to see more videos with similar style like this, but yeah, let's get into it. The game is called the UFL, and just a couple of weeks ago, the CEO of the game had a Q&A session with fans on Twitter where he will literally respond to all of their questions. He talked about they actually planned a release in 2023, but the game has been delayed to 2024. He also talked about that Cristiano Ronaldo, who is an ambassador of this game, has just invested $40 million into it, so you can clearly see how this is a massive project. He also mentions that they are working on a PC version and also hopefully for mobile, but the game is mainly set to release on Xbox and PlayStation consoles, especially for next gen. If we take a look at the PlayStation Store, you can see that the game pops up when you search for it, and right now there's a lot of people that actually is applying to test out the alpha version of the game, which you can do right here in the store. Let's get into what you're probably the most excited about, and that is the gameplay itself, because we have heard for so many years these new football game companies are, talking about we're gonna be rivaling FIFA and all of that, and it literally never ends up happening. However, I think the case with UFL is different, because ever since they started a few years ago releasing small bits of gameplay here and there, I have been following this company very, very closely. And all the way through, they have been very good at taking feedback from the community and improving upon it, unlike we know with other big game companies. I mean, the game is not perfect just yet. There is still things they have to improve on, but from the comparison, since day one, the game is totally different, and it's really impressive to see how quickly everything has developed. The graphics of the game are definitely standing out to me. I mean, the pitch looks absolutely beautiful, and the stadiums look absolutely fantastic, and we have some licensed ones already, and there's definitely gonna be more to come as well. The skill moves also seem to be very helpful in game, but at the same time not too overpowered that you absolutely abuse it, but if you know a skill or two, that can definitely benefit you in game. I would say that the passing system looks a little bit off in some of the clips that I've seen. Maybe the pace of the ball, the movements of the players, obviously not looking as good as it does on EA FC 24 or, eFootball, for example, but these are definitely things that's gonna be improved upon. We can again just compare to how the gameplay and the movement looked on day one of this game, and we can see how far it's come already. There's just something absolutely beautiful and realistic about the saves in this game, which I absolutely love. I feel like the keepers on EA FC 24 are like automatic. They're just robots basically, but I would say that some of these saves look very similar to what you see in real life match situations. The atmosphere and the feel of the game is also important, and I have to say the celebrations, the fans, everything like that also look really good, and you cannot overlook that at times, guys. If you play a game that literally feels soulless, it's simply not gonna be fun. You need an immersive experience, and that is a big part of football as well, so I think that they have nailed this absolutely spot on so far. I do not think that this game is gonna be on the level of EAFC the moment it drops, of course not. But if they keep improving as they have done now since the start of the development, we could be looking at a bigger game than EAFC in maybe a couple of years time. And that's the main reason I'm excited about this game, because it stands out compared to other gaming companies. I've never seen someone have as much communication with their player base as UFL has. It's absolutely incredible. And I think especially with a football game as well, which is so demanding to make, this is very important, and they have nailed it down perfectly. When you want a game to compete with EA Sports and FC24, you need licenses. That is also a massive problem of eFootball, that they do not have the real names for the teams, not the real badges, kits, the stadium, all of that. But something you probably do not know about UFL is that they have the same exact license as EA does with FC24 and as they had with FIFA, which is called FIFA Pro. I mean, let's just think about that for a second, guys. Licenses have been such a massive issue for other games competing with EA, but here we have a brand new football game that's gonna be releasing on next gen that literally has the same license. I mean, how is this even possible? This is massive news and one of the main reasons I think this game could easily compete with EA. Gameplay is not going to be enough because obviously you need game modes to actually have something to do on the game. And UFL is going to be having a 1v1, 2v2 and 3v3 online modes. It's also going to have a mode similar to Ultimate Team that we have on EA FC 24, and it's also going to have offline couch play. Myself and UFL have actually been emailing and talking on Twitter back and forth for years, and something I'm gonna be asking them, guys, is there gonna be something more for the offline players? We already know that we're gonna have an Ultimate Team kind of mode, but is there gonna be any type of career mode, manager season? That is something I'm gonna be asking, and hopefully something they can develop eventually as well for the offline players. Obviously, since the game is gonna be free to play, that would probably have to be like a paid DLC or something, but definitely something that could be possible in the future of this game. Is it just me that's tired of having one football game to play all the time and not anything else? I mean, EAFC is nice for a little while, but obviously things get boring, and it would be nice to have a little bit of variation, so I'm really hopeful for UFL and I cannot wait for the release. The CEO of the game also mentions that there has been hundreds of thousands of people signing up for the wishlist in the PlayStation Store, which is really cool to hear. So, I mean, from what I've heard about this, it's the closest competitor that we have had to EA and FC24 in a very long time, maybe since like PES days. After more people get their hands on the game and give more feedback to the community, they are definitely going to be improving that with updates as well. Right now, as I said before, there is a lot of people currently signing up for the alpha testing of the game, and obviously, guys, we are getting very close to the full release. It was supposed to release last year, but obviously things can get delayed at times, and it's better to just delay a couple of things and fix it rather than releasing it early and the game being absolute disaster. Talking obviously about eFootball, for example. I mean, we only know two football games. That is eFootball and FC24, which used to be FIFA and PES. That was the two main competitors for so many years, and I'm just excited that we are finally getting one more game that is literally built from the ground up, not something that has been recycled from a previous game and just pasted into the next year and just changed up a couple of things with the title or players or something. It's a brand new game here. I think the game is gonna get released in the first half of 2024, maybe at some point in the summer would be a really nice release time. And if you guys want more updates about new gameplay, new things coming to this game, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will definitely cover more about it, and obviously when the game is out, I might even be able to play it a little bit before anybody else, because obviously, as I said before, I've been talking with UFL for years right now. Let me know in the comment section if you think we finally have a competitor with FC24. What do they have to do if they want to become even better? Please let me know in the comments. I want to read all of the discussion about this game. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.